Hello, my name is Mario Fakat Spirit and welcome to the channel. So today on this video I want to talk about something I've been doing for a while now, and I know I've called it finding out who I am, and I'll explain to why I'm saying that. What I've been doing lately is really learning to separate the difference between myself and everybody else, right? And what I mean by that is that, for example, I was just watching this one video, and this woman made a comment saying that, you know, this guy's go around saying that his ex is crazy, right? And she goes, well, if his ex is crazy, then possibly he made her that way, right? So this is the point. This is what I'm talking about. So what this woman's saying that if she believes that he made this woman crazy, well, then that woman there that was made crazy by a man is not a free woman. She's not being who she is. She's being who he made her to be, right? And this is what I'm saying, finding out who I am. Whenever I see myself in an extreme situation, right, where I'm being disrespected or someone's being mean to me, whatever the case may be, what I focus on is seeing the difference between myself and that individual there. So if that individual is being disrespectful, well, what I do is say to myself, well, that's that person's belief system, right? That person has a low relationship with God. That person is afraid. That person has issues. That person has this, has that. That's why that person's behaving that way. It has nothing to do with me. I didn't create that person I didn't choose for that person to be negative to me. That person fully chose for themselves to be negative to me. That's why they're doing it. And that's why I say I'm finding out who I am, because a lot of times we'll take on other people's perceptions of ourselves and think that that's who we are, which that's not who we are. That is their perception of you. Not your perception. It is their perception of you. I told someone one time, I said, do you know how many versions of you there are on this planet? There are as many versions of you on this planet as there are people that know you, because all their perceptions of you is a version of you, but it's not who you really are to yourself. It is who you are to them, right? But it's not who you are to yourself, because you have your perception of yourself, and they all have their perceptions of who you are, created by their perception of themselves and their upbringing and their belief in God and the way they treat themselves and all that stuff there. But it is their perception of you, not yours of yourself. The point at the end of the day is, don't allow other people's perceptions of you create your reality, right? And that's something that I think that humanity needs to start doing as it stands right now. I think that's where we are as a human race, to really start moving forward and start saying, you know what, that person didn't make me crazy. Yeah, that person did a negative thing, which put me in a situation that I had to make a choice of how I'm going to deal with that situation. That is true. But that person did not make me crazy. That person did not make me do this or make me do that. I chose that, right? I made my choices. So at the end of the day, own your life, own your freedom, own your life, either be bad or good. Own it, because if you own the bad as well as the good, you have freedom of choice. But if you're saying that person made me do this, well, then you're not free, because that person made you do something, so you're not free. But if you said that person acted a certain way that put me in a situation where I had to make a decision on how to treat that individual, well, that's a little bit different, because now you're owning your life, you're owning your experience, right? It's just like, let's say, just like this, there was an earthquake. I got a choice of how I'm going to deal with the earthquake. Yeah, Mother Earth created the earthquake, but I got a choice of how I deal with the earthquake, right? So, anyways, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, don't be that person that says, well, that person made me feel this way. That person made me act that way. They may have done something negative, but it's your choice of how you deal with the negative experience, right? So anyways, we'll leave it there. Have a pleasant day, and we'll see you next video. Goodbye.